You don't really win a prize when you play against a sister, except when they leave, and you get to start your day with a feeling of accomplishment that you were able to guess correctly. Streetcar every day. It is about as fast as a grazing bovine, as we know, and I was on the streetcar, and it was near PSU right before it turns on to Harrison, and I noticed this guy outside as we were passing by, and I wouldn't have noticed him except he didn't have a shirt on, and he was just the kind of guy you want to see without a shirt. And how often does that happen? Not very often. And so I was like, what? It was summer. Okay, it was summer. But summer was so freaking cold. So what's he doing without a shirt? Except being really good looking. And, you know, he had the stomach, and, you know, he had the collarbone, and probably had the V. You know, I didn't look that close, but I mean, you can imagine. But it's chilly, and you know, you should have a shirt on or whatever. And I was watching this guy, and I know it's gonna be 40 degrees, 50 degrees summertime. And I was thinking, God, you know, he's got no shirt. He must be so gay. Because you don't walk around without a shirt, looking that good, without an agenda. And so I thought, what's he doing? You know, okay, if it were a heterosexual dude, it'd be what? Locked himself out of his apartment, drunk from the night before, locked out by roommates or lady friends, all of the above, and not that good looking. So he passed out of my field of vision, and I watched. I'm going to watch that sort of thing. And so, you know, and at one point or another, I kind of turned my head back, because I have some goddamn dignity, and I'm not going to strain my neck or whatever. And it wasn't until then that I noticed there were two other women sitting in front of me, just as I was, doing the exact same thing that I was. They both, all three of us, in unison, turned our heads back after looking at the pretty boy. And I just I was sitting farthest back, so they didn't notice me. But I was like, yeah, heterosexual sisters, let's go get a beer! And so, yeah, women ogle too. Ogle, I've always, mogul, thank you. That's one of those words I've always mispronounced all my entire life. And then, my only other quick little streetcar story is, 2008 Snowpocalypse, you remember that? I was waiting for the streetcar in my old neighborhood, and it was snowing. And it was beyond when we were still thinking snow was a novelty. We were done with snow. It was no longer fun. But it started to kind of flurry and everything, and there was a dude there, and not the same dude, but another good-looking dude, and it was a dude dressed up in drag. He was a drag queen, and he saw the snow and he said, "Oh, it's snowing. It makes me feel like a little girl again." So those are my two stories. For being the force of nature that he is, and really pulling this together. We had you know, a kernel of an idea, but really he's the dude who makes it happen. So I think he should be the Oregon delegate at the Smithsonian. He's liven that fucking place up. So thank you, Jack London Bar, for having us, and please stories to TriMet Diaries, and you could be the next one up here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Heather. And now we are going to hear from Mr. Regan, who's going to come up and give us some more good tales tonight. And then we're going to have an intermission afterwards, and then we're going to open it up to open mic. And I think the bus is making out with someone. And there's spilled liquor, I assume it's liquor, on the floor. This is the kind of shit that goes down here the third Tuesday of every month. You should join us more regularly. Mr. Reed.
Oh my God. There we are, folks.
It doesn't really rhyme with vocal. I thought it was awful.
There he is. Michael Levine. Gotta have a picture of Michael Levine.
I was showing hands, so who said awful?
I mean, Michael Levine. I went on YouTube and I watched it and I thanked him. Well, yeah, I mean, that's how we started. We gave Michael a voice.
Well, I tell you, yeah, that's certainly what we appreciate from Al and Jason is giving those speakers voice beyond the board.
Right.
John, by the way, starting to piss me off a little bit.
John Hunt?
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
He's got Opal. He didn't invite us.
He didn't invite you. What can I tell you? John's John. You know what I mean? He's the union boss.
Did you see that there's this new agency that has been created or whatever with Opal and
I saw that. Yeah.
The corporate folks too.
Yes, I did see that.
Maybe they should.
Well, maybe if you start getting that, you can get some action when you start getting the money behind you.
Well, that's what it takes.
That's what it always takes, Michael. They don't care about people like
money
us.
and big business.
But I think they should. Yeah, it would be good to get the disabled folks in that too.
Of course.
I mean, it's the same. Everybody wants the same thing.
The most important service is the disabled. Think about it. In terms of the hierarchy, what should they preserve? You take the worst off people first, preserve them first. That's how you should do it. If it was an ethical world, which it isn't. But that's the way it is. People like McFarlane making decisions for people like us.
Are you deliberately spelling his name wrong?
McFarlane.
Are you deliberately spelling wrong?
No.
It's not M-A-C, it's M-C.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad I'm good in the spelling. Farland, I'm going to come to your house, Farland. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Well, exactly. you ought to give yourself credit. See, I learned something, Neil. Why don't you?
Yeah. Well, Neil doesn't care about you.
Oh, he doesn't care about me.
He's a technocrat, a career technocrat.
I thought that was good, by the way, to post the list of new jobs.
Yes.
That
kind of makes a point, doesn't it?
Freaking internet today, soliciting for new positions.
Yeah.
2 more today.
Well, I'll post the whole list.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I know. Yeah.
It's a bad situation we have here. What? What's going on over here? What? Oh, we're missing. They know it.
You know Michael Anderson?
Yeah, he's right over there.
Yeah, he's sitting right there. Actually, I think he's giving me one of his speakers tonight.
Maybe you'll get up there.
I wish, I really wanted somebody like Dan Christensen.
Oh yeah, Dan's he's the storyteller for the bus drivers. But I'm the radical. I'm the legend. Al, everybody knows who I am. A lot of people don't like me at all.
I think you're great.
All right, Michael Levine, folks, and he's been drinking. I love it. Yeah, Blackberry, TriMet on. Who is it? It's not Bucerelli, is it? It might be. That's Bucerelli right there. Is it? Yeah, it is. That's Jessica Bucerelli right there, right? Oh, stop. That's Jessica Bucerelli right there.
Oh, really?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's her, right?
Well done, yeah, it is.
Well done, sir. What? She's texting. She knows she's been spotted, folks. Jessica Bucerelli, folks. She's sitting over there.
Not an executive.
Can I buy her a drink? I think I should buy Jessica Bucerelli a drink. What do you think? Oh wait, she's picking up and going. Actually being good to you? I don't have any. I don't know her. Oh, you know your communication? You know her writing? Yeah. I got nothing against her. But she's trying. She works for a man.
Well, I gotta say, I'm really glad that they planned this event early on, so that I have to ride home. Otherwise, I might be stranded.
Well,
Stories are from the mid-'80s. The first.
I love how you tell every single one you can see the BlackBerry.
Do this.
that's very good thinking. You're right.
And he glared at us, and we were like, he's going at it, man. And we met his challenge. We stood up, and we were like, come on, man, let's do it. And we were all going like, it was a battle on the bus, on the 75. We were all doing this. Everybody was watching, and we were going at it. It was fantastic. And he was like, all right. I step up my game, and he was going more intense. We kept that going. It was a battle. It was back and forth, and then he stopped. It was like he wilted. His arm dropped to his side, and he sat down, and he was silent. He got off at the next stop, and I've never seen him since. I swear to God, I've never seen him since. I also, kind of admired them. They really went for it. And that was probably one of the most memorable commutes on the 20 that I did. And that's
Absolutely wonderful. Everybody put up your hands.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah, we did.
Oh my God, your 4 hands up than I thought. You don't have any problems with trouble.
Never any problems, Michael. Everything's lovely.
Well, you like better increases and less service. Obviously, put up your hands if you like better increases and less service.
Yeah, we like fair increases and less service.
Okay. Well, which I am obviously on, and I'm not here to cry, whatever. I mean, but we don't have options. We have to ride climate. And we mostly live on limited incomes, and I'm sure most people in this room are multi-millionaires. So we all have financial issues. Well, we have even more services. And all Tribeca wants to do is service. Look at Neil McFarland, God love him, $20,000 a year. He doesn't want to. All he wants to do is service.
Just make it so.
Bottom line, all kidding aside, Tribeca is probably one of the best transit districts in the United States. That's who we are. Probably the best.
The best.
And we all don't stand up and make sure that they continue what they used to do. We're all going to suffer. Yeah, people disabilities again. I'm sorry, I'm not going to this is about people with disabilities. But Tribeca is going backwards. We're going to lose federal funding. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Tribeca is just not what they used to be. I'm not sure why you all here tonight. Why you're here.
Hey, Michael, you're cool. Yay, Michael, we love you.
Arnie, was that you? Arnie, by the way, is one of the cast members of the Accessible Transportation Private Committee. Very proactive, and now there's please. It's not this because
go up there for you.
All of us need to show crime and keep raising fares and keep cutting the service. So, again, private is one of the best, nationally known, it's one of the best transit districts in the United States. For falling, actually, nationally known for falling. It's not a good thing. Thank you.
Yeah, Michale Levine.
And this is what they do, and just say hi to them. Zoo bombers, please make space for them. It was really great. So I really love Max operators. This story is actually about.
You know, he was a middle-aged white guy, and us being Hispanic women started informing him. Yes, actually, Portland is very racist, and Oregon is a very racist state, but you probably didn't know that because you are a white guy. But if you have time, we can tell you about it. And then it made the white guy very sad, and he had to get off the train and go get a drink. So, my ride ended that night. The end of the line, they all did another 20 minutes for the last bus to take me home. And I got off the bus, and the black woman who was sitting next to us while we
He's got to go to work tomorrow.
you know, you're smart and I like you. Telling that guy what's what. And we hugged and then we went our separate ways. And China, it can be a little disconcerting at times. Especially when you're seeing like crazy, cracked up people and they're asking you like that or they're asking if you watch my pack. Personally, I don't watch my pack. I don't know about you. But it sometimes needs English people on it, and it's got some value in that alone, even if you don't deal with the people on the way.
Forget about this, but I remember what I was going to say earlier. Yay! Okay. So who's taking a bike on the mat? Anybody? Anybody? Yes? Okay. So I love it how every time you take a bike on the mat, it's always like, my bike is sexier than your bike. With the other bikers on the mat. It always is. Because you get your bike up there and it's hung up on that hook. And it's got all its stuff. And it's got all its accessories and its gear and its little like bells and whistles and little cool things that you put on your bike and your stickers and all your like bike propaganda and all the stuff that you have on your bike, whether you're the bike propaganda person or you're like the really cool sexy mountain bike or like tricked out road bike or like high-end carbon bike with all the like cool features and stuff. It's always my bike is sexier than your bike. And you can tell when someone is sizing up your bike and like checking it out and looking at it.
All right, we're at the front of the Jack London bar after our...
Let's get out of the rain, though. We're kind of in the split of the rain.
We're going to do a closing thoughts interview here with our friend Jason McHuff and Max Campos. All right, what do you think, Max?
I thought there were lots of transit-oriented folks out there, lots of familiar faces, and then there was a whole like half of the crowd that I don't know.
No, there were like 3/4 of the crowd.
I was just kind of wondering, like, do they really think this is interesting? And
I guess so. They were
really impeccable.
They couldn't stop talking. I mean, they kept going up to the mic there.
There were all kinds of people that I knew. I mean, there were people from the bike crowd, people from the bus crowd. There was the incognito lady from TriMet who didn't want.
Oh, Jessica Bucerelli was there.
Yeah.
And once we spotted her, she hightailed her ass out of there.
Got to make sure the employees aren't messing up.
We had Michael Anderson.
Well, I don't think I did anything wrong. I didn't get up there and say anything.
We had Dave, from Dave Knows Portland, and his lady, and let's see, who else was there? Michael Levine, yeah.
Yeah, Michale Levine. Michale Levine was drunk. We have some good footage of him. And he did a little stand-up for us. It was kind of cool. And yes.
Our huge commuter,
Dr. Jeff?
Yeah.
Dr. Jeff, yeah, Dr. Jeff did a good. You want to give me that card, or you want to give me that card?
What, you get Dr. Jeff's card?
No, the SD card.
You need to
give me that. I'll take it with me, and you can come get it tomorrow sometime.
Okay.
No, I found it a little bit interesting. I did get a little bit tired at the end. I was starting to get hot, and it was getting a little bit boring for me.
Hot? It made you hot?
I mean, well, hot. Yes, and I'm dressed
You got really hot over that transit?
Yeah, really. No place to sit. But overall, it was, you know, all the years I've been blogging, I've never been anything like that. Have you?
I think it was fun. It was good to see. I'm glad they talked about TriMet. I wish they would have gone into more of the historical stuff.
Yeah.
Because they are historical.
Right. Where was the history? I didn't see any history.
I mean, it was kind of like the podcast episode.
I won't.
Was more about the fatalities, and I kind of wish they would have covered more of the history as well as the fatalities.
Did they cover the fatalities?
That's all what the podcast was about.
Oh, the podcast, yeah, but I'm talking about in here.
Tonight, it was sort of like a small version of the fatalities.
Yeah.
So
you're talking
I wish
about,
they would have kind of gotten.
You're talking about the death
transit
train.
and things like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It was very bizarre. I felt like a fish out of water there because it was really not my environment.
Really? You felt like a fish out of water?
Well, I didn't really know anybody other than the people I was standing with there.
You knew lots of people then.
Well,
Michael.
I knew. Yeah, well, I guess I did, but still, it still was weird.
Because Neil says so doesn't make it so.
There's the famous quote from Michale Levine.
I tell you who we missed though. I really wish we would have had Dan Christensen.
I know Dan would have been although we did have that one bus driver guy who was able to tell us a little story.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the? She's got a camera. She probably taped the whole thing. Just like to get her. She had the camera set up properly. Well, I'm sure it'll show up somewhere. Maybe. Hey, look at that. The Navigator. Where's that going?
That's the new Lincoln. That's the new Lincoln Navigator, Al.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the old one.
Yes, it is.
The Super Duper Navigator.
That's right. The Super Duper Navigator.
Yeah. All right. Well, any final comments, Jason?
No comment.
Okay. Time out.
I had no idea.
Comment?
I had no idea that Carl was following your blog. That's good to hear.
Quite a few people actually do, surprisingly.
It's a commitment. It's a commitment, Al, because you post so much shit.
Well, you can't follow it. And good luck. I don't do the blog for other people. I do it for me.
I thought you just did it so that somebody at on Center Street has to sit there and go through it.
Well, one of the reasons why I do that's why I used to do these really long, rambling videos, the ones that went on for an hour, because I knew they were watching it, and so I figured, well, they're going to watch it. They're going to have to sit through a whole fucking long monologue of nothing. And as you pointed out many times, there's some gems inside some of those old videos. There goes the crowd right there. They're heading on out. See, that guy's like a performer guy. That's
Mr. ORHistory.com right there.
Yeah, he's a performer. He's a stage.
Well, you should hear the podcast. The podcasts are very well.
Oregon History.
Yeah, they're very. They're like more like performances.
Yeah.
They're very well written. There's music. There's kind of. They're well edited. I mean, they're more like performances.
Yeah.
Hey, I found a book for you today.
What?
Video casting for dummies.
What is it?
For video blogging for dummies.
Now that's what you need, Al.
I don't need that.